One of the biggest mistakes in meditation is that you believe that awareness is something that you have to catch a hold of. But you can never catch awareness. It is in awareness in which a thought wanting to catch a hold of awareness is seen to appear and then disappear. You identify yourself with this voice, this little movement, this ripple, and you subject yourself to experience the wanting to catch hold of awareness. Whereas it is through the very own awareness, which you are already, in which this play of wanting to catch a hold of awareness is being known by you. So what needs to happen is a relinquishing of this play of needing to take shape as that movement, that ripple of mind. Awareness is here and now. Cannot be catch hold of because it is not an object of awareness. Here and now, close your eyes. Is there not a presence already here? Is the presence with which you know my words, with which you are aware of your own subtle, invisible little projections that you call thoughts? Is that presence something you're doing to create or maintain? You may say that you are trying to be present. You're trying to focus your attention. But even the focused attention and the unfocused attention, the scattered attention, is it not also something you are aware of? Please see this clearly. Don't just think of this as another fancy idea. See this clearly. What knows that the attention is focused and I am present versus the attention is scattered and I am totally, quote unquote, unconscious? Is it not you that comes here and then reports to me that I was present and then I was no longer present? From where do you already know this? From where are you already aware of this? Is that knowing something you're doing to maintain, something you're putting effort into to create and uphold and not lose and cling on to? So the habit that needs to be relinquished is your tendency to play on the level of objects and to believe yourself to be an object as well that is playing with other objects and catching hold of other objects and is affected by other objects and wants half the objects and doesn't want the other half of objects. Objects meaning anything that is known, anything that there's an awareness of. The world, experience, thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations, any perceptions. all objects. Only when there's a relinquishing of moving with the ripple, the thought of wanting to get a hold of awareness, can you actually recognize that it is the very awareness with which you know here and now, with which you are aware here and now. It is your very own self. Only then can you readjust and recognize your true position rather than constantly taking shape as the objects that are seen. You identify as the object, right? The body. You identify as the thought that arises as me, myself, my story, my personality. So while being identified as an object of awareness, right? These things, the body and the mind, they are seen, they are known, there's an awareness of them. They're known to change. From what changeless platform are they known to change? You see, are you not already knowing them from that place? Are you not already that changeless platform? But you identify with what is known, the object of awareness, and then from there, you seek to get a hold of other objects or try to avoid some objects. This is what, creates suffering, this clinging or resisting. And then you come across these spiritual teachings, and then you, again, try to make awareness into an object, and then try to catch a hold of that too. And that's why it doesn't work. The only thing that will cure you of this tendency, this habit, is silence. This is where your mental limits, will completely need to be let go of. Instead, catch a hold of knowing, right? Trying to catch hold of objects. Instead of that, try to acknowledge the knowing itself of even wanting to get a hold of objects. Whatever thought you're having right now that perhaps is interpreting the words of from my mouth, judging maybe, trying to project something like where this is going to take you or something like that. Recognize that there's already an awareness of those thoughts as well. You're not doing anything to know them, to be aware of them. Is that knowing saying anything? Is that knowing interpreting anything? Or is any interpretation that is arising, is this simply just thought number 2 that is also known? But the knowing of it, what is it doing? What judgment is it passing? What is it trying to get a hold of? Nothing. It is the contentless subject. It is the only reality in all of manifestation. The sense of knowing, sense of being here, aware of all the contents of manifestation. So you see, you are already present. You are already aware. You are already the awareness. So don't try to be or try to make it happen. You must come to this recognition through silence, through reflection, through taking the attention away from the contents that you seem to be so interested in and becoming interested in the very knowing of them. That knowing of them is free of content. So you find that sort of, not stimulating enough to catch a hold, to find interesting. But this is the shift that must take place in you. Stop chasing more and more content, more and more concepts, more and more ideas, and become comfortable in the contentless being, knowing, awareness. So that is first and foremost. And then continue to ask yourself, as what am I knowing? Because you generally assume that it is I, this body, and this bundle of thoughts that is doing the knowing. Whereas you must again and again see clearly that the body and the mind, the personality, all these things are objects of awareness, known to appear within awareness. And the awareness is what you truly feel as me here in this moment, is what you actually refer to as I, without even knowing it. And it is nowhere to be found in the future after years of spiritual practice, and it is certainly not to be looked for in the past either. Even past and future are simply projections, thoughts which are arising here and now, appearing in awareness. Just be. Rest here. Stop taking yourself to be another object. As what are you here? As what do you know? As what are you aware? Stop trying to label the answer to this question. Stop trying to come to a conclusion. Just look. Just genuinely look. Bring your attention to that. Take your attention there. Go to what the question is pointing you to. No one's asking you to believe anything, but just to look. Thanks for watching this video. Just 2 things before you go. If you want to learn how to implement the teaching that we cover on this channel in a step-by-step format and really develop your understanding of it in a faster way, make sure to watch my free 1-hour class that I'm offering right now. And second, if you want to work with me personally to help you dissolve mind identification and return to peace through self-inquiry, check out my program down below. It's called the Higher Consciousness Shift. Enrollments are now open, so just check out the details and book your free call, and we'll see if it's right for you. That's all I have for you today. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.